YouTube, welcome back. Today we continue our course in AWS Serverless Fundamentals. In the previous video, we talked about the infrastructure as a code, and we talked about the AWS CloudFormation and the AWS SAM and AWS Cloud Development Kit, and it sounds like they are quite similar. Although that we did discuss it, what are the differences between all of them in the previous video, I guess it will be a good idea to create a dedicated video to only talk about what are the differences between CloudFormation and SAM and the Cloud Development Kit. So AWS CloudFormation and AWS Serverless Application Model, which is SAM, and AWS Cloud Development Kit with a CDK are all in infrastructure as a code. It means IAC. They are all in infrastructure as a code services provided by AWS for managing and provisioning resources in declarative way. Each has its unique feature use cases. So let's start first with the CloudFormation. So let's just talk about the use case. So here in the use case, it's a service that provides a common language for describing and provisioning all, and it's important, all the infrastructure resources in the cloud environment of AWS. It supports a wide range of resources. Okay, in terms of the syntax, we use JSON or YAML for writing the templates. In terms of the flexibility, it provides a detailed control over AWS resources, but can become quite complex for RAS infrastructure. So you have a huge flexibility and control. Yeah. In the direct management, it manages resources by direct creating and updating stacks based on templates. Let's talk about the AWS SAM. Okay. So let's first do so the AWS SAM. It's a serverless focus service. So it's an extension of AWS CloudFormation. You can think about it like that. It's an extension of AWS CloudFormation specifically designed for developing and deploying serverless application. It simplifies and streamlines the process of defining serverless resources. In terms of the syntax, it's because it's extension of CloudFormation. It's used also JSON and YAML. In terms of the flexibility, it's only offer flexibility only for the serverless stack. In terms of the simplified templates, it allows for more concise templates for serverless resources like AWS Lambda, API Gateway, and DynamoDB. In terms of the deployment, it includes the SAM CLI, which provide additional capabilities like local testing and debugging of Lambda functions and generate CloudFormation templates from SAM definition. Okay. Let's talk about the AWS Cloud Development Kit, which is, I would say, it's completely different because it's completely different here. So AWS Development Kit, first, let's talk about the programming language. Oh no. So It's an open source software development framework for defining cloud infrastructure in familiar programming languages like TypeScript, Python, Java, etc. In terms of the abstraction level, it provides a higher level abstraction than CloudFormation, making it easier to define cloud resources with less code. In terms of the underlying technology, it translates the code written in programming languages into CloudFormation template. Again, CloudFormation template. Like everything will end to be CloudFormation something. In terms of the developer friendly, is it targets developers who are comfortable with general purpose or programming languages and supports object-oriented techniques. Let's talk about the key difference. So the first thing that I will talk about the language is the language and definition, like how to define the templates, how we use each one of them. So the CloudFormation and SAM, we use JSON or YAML. CDK uses programming languages like TypeScript and Python. Let's talk about the target or the use case. So CloudFormation is general purpose for AWS resources. The SAM is focused on serverless applications. CDK is developer centric and abstract complexity. Let's talk about the ease of use. So the CloudFormation requires detailed knowledge of AWS resources and properties. SAM simplifies serverless definition but is still template based. CDK allows for using familiar programming construct and patterns. In terms of the learning curve, I would say CloudFormation and SAM might have a steeper learning curve for those not familiar with the AWS services. CDK might be more intuitive for developers with background in object-oriented programming. Basically, choose between these tools often depends on the specific requirements of your project, the skill set of your team, and the complexity of the AWS resources you need to manage. CDK can be particularly powerful for developers comfortable with programming languages, while SAM and CloudFormation offer more direct control over AWS resources through declarative templates. So that's it for today's video, and I hope you like my content. If you like my content, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a video, and see you in future problem.